sure you get this next artist, new single, Special Delivery. We've been playing it here on the show. I don't know for how long, but she was actually part of our uh, first of our very few interviews for this new era of KempireRadio.com. Please welcome back to Kempire Radio, Bridget Kelly.
What's going on, guys?
Bridget,
What's up, Kim? How are you?
Oh my goodness. First of all, Bridget, we just got to jump right in because I saw you open for Brandy at the Best Buy Theater a couple of weeks ago, and I was like screaming like I was your cousin from. I was like, "Oh my God, it's Bridget!" Because I didn't know probably till like a couple of days before that that you were opening for her.
And it was a dream come true. Honestly, obviously, Brandy is one of the pioneers from my generation of R&B, and so to be a huge fan of hers, obviously to come out and open for her show was the first time I think I've been that nervous since like a high school recital.
Oh, wow.
To be in the building and open for Brandy was really an immaculate moment for me.
So, and this is coming from an artist that's
shout out to Brandy from an artist who's a fan first. Shout out to Brandy for that opportunity. It was really a beautiful night.
You know, first of all, let's take us back to that night. You opened for Brandy that night. First of all, it was an incredible set that you did. I felt like it was the perfect segue into Brandy's set. The music, I mean, from the EP, because when you came on last time, we only had the one song, but now we have the EP. You know, everyone's been talking about it. I mean, I was so happy that I was there, and I knew every word.
Yes, I was too. I was pleasantly surprised at how many people in the audience actually knew so many of the songs from the EP, in addition to the single that's out now. You know what I mean? It just goes to show the music translates. You know, the music speaks for itself. So even a year later, after the EP has come out, it's still a blessing to know that people still bump it.
I mean, the EP was incredible. You had so many great people to collaborate with you on that. But now we have the new single, Special Delivery. Can we talk a little bit about who worked on, who was a part of that single, and why did you guys decide this is going to be the introduction for Miss Bridget Kelly?
Well, it was the song itself was written by the incredible phenom, Miss Cristal, who happens to be a friend of mine, and so she's really been a key part of me telling my story in this album, this next phase of my life. You know, she's really been a key person that I've been able to open up to and bond with, and so she wrote this record for me, and Eric Hudson produced the record. So it really, you know, he's an incredible R&B producer. So to have those two come together for my sake and really pen such a really intense message. I felt like, you know, the first time I performed it was at Essence Festival, and I broke down a little bit on stage because it was such an emotional song for me. And I think, you know, every woman, and not just women either, I think everybody reaches a point in a relationship, if it's not working out, where you just, you know, you're frustrated, you're upset that, you know, for whatever reason, victims of circumstance or whatever the case is, it didn't pan out the way you anticipated or the way you wanted it to. So I just, you know, after watching that performance and how people connected to the record and the response that I got from it after the Essence Festival this summer, I really felt like, you know what, that's going to be the record that people remember. You know what I mean? That's going to be the one that people really attach themselves to. And I've been right so far, you know, and every show that we've done, I performed it, and people really love it. I mean, people who went in with the intention of going crazy when I performed, and then, you know, even getting new fans because of it. I think it's really been a powerful weapon for me on stage.
Anytime we play it and when we tweet about it, people hit us up. That's my shit. That's my shit. They got a lot of women are really excited about the song. Can you tell everybody what is the message behind Special Delivery?
What it boils down to for me is, and what the main message in all of my music is, just being honest with yourself about how you feel and what you want and what you need, and making sure that you get it. You know, I think in relationships nowadays, especially, we're the online generation, so everything that we do is on social media. We email, we text, we get phone calls, and there's so much room on that space, on that forum, for miscommunication and things being misconstrued and points being forgotten. And you know, I think the idea of Special Delivery is just saying, like, it's writing all your feelings down in a really old-fashioned way, which makes it so much more genuine than just sending a text or an email to be like, yo, I'm out, like I'm breaking up with you, or I'm pissed off at you, or whatever the case is. I think writing a letter nowadays is so rare, and it's so much more monumental in getting your point across. And I like to make bold statements in my music, as you know.
Yes.
So
I mean,
I do it great.
I mean, people were scared because we played In the Morning and White Lies, and they were like, oh.
Right. And special delivery is so much more of a vulnerable, soft kind of feel for me, which, you know, is not something that I have really put out there until now. And I think it lets people see a softer side of me, so it's not just all crazy, shoot 'em up, bang, bang.
Have you wrote a letter to an ex just to let them know how they hurt you or affected your life ever before?
So what's interesting, I used to keep a journal, and I stopped because I got a BlackBerry and then I got an iPhone, and so I started just writing everything down in my phone. But in listening to the song, the first time that I heard the whole song, I really just sat there and was like, wow, this is really, it's incredible to go back. I think anybody who's ever kept a journal can go back and read what they wrote down, and just it pushes you right back in that place. Like you can read it, and it takes you right back to that moment, that feeling that you had, that memory that you had, and it's irreplaceable at that point. It's solid in your mind. And I think that, you know, with shooting the video, there is a sequence where I'm actually writing the letter, and I can't remember, apart from just writing in my journal, the last time I really sat down and wrote a letter to anyone.
Wow, I can't.
And it's kind of, you know what I mean? Think about last time you wrote in cursive. Like, when was it?
Years,
outside of school, right? So it really, it was cool. It was a kind of a rude awakening for me, in the sense that I really rely on my gadgets to really help me communicate, when in fact, you know, going back to even reading my journal, my feelings seem so much more valid and solid to me in written form than they do, you know, in a notepad on a BlackBerry.
If you guys just tuned in, it is TCAF and Campus Friday. We're live here with Bridget Kelly. She's returned. I'm so excited because, you know, I just listened to our interview today just to kind of refresh. We talked about a bunch of stuff during that interview.
What? We were on the phone kicking it last time. I'm telling you, we were chilling, having a regular old conversation for like an hour. It was great.
Yeah, I loved it. So if you guys want to hear, you know, the backstory about Bridget, you have to listen to that interview, because I don't want to waste our time with how'd you get started and blah 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 and influences. You can hear that on our first interview. Just go to our YouTube. But I do want to talk about, you just mentioned the special delivery video. First of all, when I heard the live performance at Essence Festival, I said, why is that not in my inbox? I need to play that on air. The video, when can we expect the special delivery video?
The video is in edits right now, so we should have that within the next week and a half or 2 weeks. I'm gonna go viral with it and really and find a platform. All of the blogs have really been so supportive and shown me so much love, and Team Kempire as well. You have absolutely been so down since day one, and that means the world to me. So I definitely wanted to put it online first, and, you know, let my fans just really get a taste for it. I shot it all in New York City. You know, I really wanted to capture some landmarks. You know, went to Coney Island, did some rooftop shots, so you can get the skyline of New York in the back. You know, it's really, I kept the video really centered on me and on the emotions of the song. I didn't want to get caught up in any, you know, cliche treatments or have it be too much drama. I really just wanted to center around the letter and just really my conflicting emotions about, am I going to give it to him? Am I not going to give it to him? Am I going to stay? Am I going to be foolish like Ashanti and stick around? Like, what am I going to do? You know what I mean? It's really, you get all of those things, all those emotions, all those moments in the video. So I'm definitely, I'm looking forward to putting it out in the next week or two.
You know, we've been talking about, you know, Hurricane Sandy that rocked New York City and New Jersey this week. And you are a hometown girl. So, you know, first of all, welcome home.
Thank you. I'm happy to finally make it home after my trip home being postponed.
Yeah. And you know, you always have a question of the night, and our question of the night, because a lot of people are, you know, either without power now or have been without power in the last few days. You know, what are some of the things that you would do in a blackout? You have no power. You don't have your iPod. You don't have your iPhone. You don't. Your
phones don't charge.
Yeah, they're all dead. What are some things that you would do?
I remember. I mean, I'm a native New Yorker, so when I was in high school, we had a blackout over the summer. We had it like maybe 10 years, almost like 9 or 10 years ago. We had a blackout, and I literally remember just wanting to be around my people, my family, my friends, and that really just kind of helping me pass the time. Because you really, I mean, Hurricane Sandy has been devastating, and it's put a lot of people in a really frustrated and anxiety-ridden mind state, and so that in itself is exhausting. And, you know, I think just to kind of pass the time until we've been able to get power back, so we've been able to get the heat going again, I just think it's the best thing to do is just not be alone, you know, surround yourself with people that, you know, are like-minded, that are going to be positive, be peaceful, and really keep your spirits up. I think, you know, a lot of people just I'm in the city, I'm in Manhattan, and we've had no power. I mean, I'm below 34th Street, so we finally just got street lights working today. You know what I mean? Like, there's been nothing. My mother was here and was telling me there was nothing here. She was charging her phone at work. You know, she works at Harlem Hospital, so she was coming home and, you know, having to deal with all that. And I think, you know, just having her friends here, having everybody around, they're still here. You know what I mean? We're all still in the house. Everybody's here together. It's a meal, cracking jokes, telling stories, just to kind of, you know, keep the mood light. I think that's the best thing to do is make sure you're not by yourself, and don't be discouraged, man. Like, you're not alone, especially in New York City. What? There's millions of us here. There's millions of us here. So there's always some place to go where there's going to be, you know, some people that are going to try and be uplifting.
Most definitely. Bridget Kelly's here on Kempire Radio's TKIF. Yeah. Bridget, we have to talk. You know, you said the video for special delivery, which is on iTunes. We got to remind people, you got to support R&B music. Go to iTunes. It is on iTunes, now.
And the EP is still available. The EP is still a free download on my site and on BridgetKelly.com, and also on Roc Nation's site as well. So
I don't know why it's free, because it's that good. You should pay for it.
Honey, listen, I have to I have to let people know how great it is for free, and then once they know, I'm out here making believers, man. I'm making believers out of doubters, out of haters, out of people who slept on me. I'm out here just really trying to get my music heard. So by any means necessary, by any means possible. And Special Delivery is the single, you know what I mean? That's the official single. So people who love the EP will run to iTunes and buy Special Delivery too. I have faith. I have faith that music is going to speak for itself. So I'm not worried.
Hey, and the big boss at Roc Nation, Jay-Z, what did he say about Special Delivery?
You know what was so funny? We were a little bit nervous to debut it at Essence, just because I hadn't performed it before. It was my first time performing the record, and we didn't know at that point, prior to the Essence Festival, that was going to be the single for us. So, you know, everybody loved the song. It's just we didn't know how powerful it was going to translate. And Jay and B both watched the Essence on the online. They watched the performance later on, and they were both like, "Yo, this is the one. This is the one you got to run with. Like, people connect to this. Yeah. People love it. People." You know, people respect and recognize how attached you are to it, and that's going to be the driving force. So you can't deny that. So whatever other ideas we had went out the window. Like, you know what, you're right. We all watched it. We all sat there like, okay, you know what, this is it. This is what feels right. So we were all on the same page about it.
Wonderful. And the album, you know, because I remember listening back to the interview, I was like, okay, so the album's coming, but then you gave us the EP, so I was happy, because the EP was, first of all, it was free. Can't be free. Yeah. but it was an amazing EP, made everyone say, okay, so when are we going to get the album? When are we going to get some visuals? All of that. So when's the album coming, Bridget?
You know what?
I'm going to start knocking down Roc Nation's doors.
You and me both. For the last year and a half, for the last year and a half, 2 years, honestly, it's been such an incredible journey for me. I mean, the ups and the downs, the frustration, the impatience, the struggle of really trying to get music done and recorded has been honestly a blessing. Even the moments of complete angst where I wanted to rip all my hair out, I definitely am so grateful for every one of those moments, because we really put together such a masterful project. And I honestly, I want to say we're done and be like, yeah, it's coming out in a couple months, but I really don't know. I don't know. I still feel like there may be bits and pieces of my story that I haven't told yet, and I want to make sure that I capture that, and that I'm true to that side of myself, and make sure that I'm really telling. I don't want to leave anything out. I don't want to leave anything out. I don't want to leave anything up for question or debate, or I don't want anyone to be like, well, what happened to? I want to make sure that we cover all the bases with this. So I don't know. I don't know when it's coming out, but
you set the bar pretty high with this Every Girl EP.
The EP really was a complete, unvarnished look at me as a person, as an artist, and that is going to continue to serve its purpose with that. You know what I mean? And I'm going to keep putting new music out. I mean, I have more songs that are going to be released after special delivery that are going to be on the album that people can, love and appreciate the same way. But everything that I have so far is really, really, really good. So, I'm not pushing it. I don't feel as pressed to release the LP as I did, or as excited as I was to put the EP out. I really think I'm in a beautiful headspace right now, and so I'm just going to keep putting singles out for people that love it and perform it as many places as possible, and just continue to feed the audience and feed the fans what they want. That's what I'm here for.
Well, since the last time you were here on the show, I mean, you've been everywhere. You've been performing more. Has there been like an amazing moment with a fan or something that stood out to you in this experience from performing that you could share with us?
You know what? Recently, I actually I went to I went to a couple of them, but the very last the Jay-Z show, the Jay-Z concert at Barclays. I went there to see a show, and I was walking into one of the VIP areas, and one of the girls that was doing the rope or the door there literally grabbed me and she pulled me into the light, and she was like, "You probably don't know me, you probably don't remember me, but called me on my birthday last year. I'm a fan from Twitter, and we spoke on Twitter, and I told you it was my birthday, and you called me," and she burst into tears. When I tell you, this girl is on the clock at work. I'm like, oh my gosh, we can't let your boss see this happening right now. Come in the corner with me, it's okay, don't cry. But it was just one of those moments of wow, I really made an impact on someone in a way that she just felt so beside herself about the fact that I was there. And there's, I'm from New York, so we take ourselves seriously, but not to the point where, we feel like but I don't think I'm better than anybody. I don't think I'm above anybody. I don't think I'm too good to stop and give a hug, sing a song, take a picture. I'm a regular person in that respect. And to see, someone who was just so humbled and appreciative of something that I totally even forgot. I would have done it a million more times and not even thought twice about it. You know what I mean? It would have been just another regular thing, and for her, it was such a big deal, and that meant the world. You know what I mean? That was such a prominent reminder of why I do this. You know what I mean? I make music because I love music, and so to have somebody be so genuinely attached to that memory for them is regarding me. It just makes me feel incredible. It makes me feel incredible. So that's the most recent that I can say definitely stuck out in my mind. I was just like, oh my gosh, I'm just at a concert. I just came to see my boss perform, and I wasn't expecting to be recognized or whatever. And really was just like, oh my God, you sang to me on my birthday, and I was just like, wow, well, thank you for thank you for thanking me. Thank you for loving me. I appreciate that. It was beautiful. It was a really beautiful moment.
Bridget Kelly is here, guys, again, here on TKIF Campus Friday. Bridget, before we let you go, the album, any collaborations, because you had a great list of producers and songwriters on the EP. Who can we expect on the album?
Well, honestly, I wanted to keep things consistent. I'm a creature of habit. I know it sounds really insane. I'm an artist, so you think that everything is just so crazy that we just don't get attached to certain things. But I love developing relationships with people and connecting with people. And everybody that I worked with, I became friends with and, got attached to. And, we have jokes, and it's definitely going to be a lot of the same people. Shay Taylor is incredible. Obviously, he helped formulate my sound. And he's a good friend, so that was incredible. He did a lot of work. Pop and Oak did a really great record for me for the album. Harmony is another great producer that I got to work with. He's done a lot of stuff with Chris Brown. Who else did I work with that's really phenomenal? Eric Bellinger, dope writer. Red Styles, another dope writer. He's also Elijah Blake, who's a fantastic artist coming out on Def Jam, and he's brilliant. So I was really excited to work with him. James Fauntleroy. I think of who else, of course, Eric Hudson, his Special Delivery, Neo, and hopefully a couple more records with Dream as well. Wow. And I'm hoping, I don't even know if I should, you know what, I am going to tell you, because he's my girl, and I think she's supposed to have a segment on the show also. Ray Vaughn and I are in the process of doing a song together.
Ray Vaughn's coming up a little bit later on tonight.
She is She's the bomb, man. She's the bomb. So her and I are we're in talks to try and get a record together for both of our projects because we're both infatuated with the other's voice. So we're trying to work that out.
Bridget Kelly, first of all, before we let you go, you have to sing a little something.
Of course I will. Only for you, Kemp. You can't tell people that I did this for you, though. We can't tell anybody this has happened. This is a Kempire Radio exclusive.
Okay, cool.
Wrote him a goodbye letter today, with conviction in every stroke. Take the envelope and sent it away. Yeah. Wanted to do it the old-fashioned way. Didn't want no text and tweeting. Wanted him to feel every word that I say. Boy, I hope these tears I cried on the paper don't dry. So they make it to your side. 'Cause I want you to know what it feels like when your heart is burning so tired.
Yes! you know I'll have you sing. People know me. Because I love voices. Look, I'm a singer, but I love voices. I'm just infatuated with voices. Again, guys, Bridget Kelly's new single, Special Delivery, is now available on iTunes. Bridget, before we let you go, you know we always have to play a little game. Always have a little something. Finish this sentence for us. Life is...
beautiful.
The world needs...
more love.
I believe in...
believe in freedom.
Love is...
the gift that keeps on giving.
R&B music must...
keep telling the truth and keep bringing us together.
I want to thank...
my family.
The person I most want to be proud of me is...
my mother.
I am ready to forgive...
ready to forgive. I'm ready to forgive myself.
I want my legacy to be...
I want my legacy to be... I want my legacy to be that I encourage women to own how they feel, not give a damn about it, and be unapologetic and completely upfront and honest with the world.
Bridget Kelly here on Kempire Radio.
Yeah.
First of all, shout out to you. Shout out to the whole Roc Nation family. You know, they're part of it. We had so many of you guys here on the show. But we love you. Guys, make sure you guys get Special Delivery on iTunes now. We're going to play it in just a second. But also, make sure you guys get that Every Girl EP because it's not going to be free for much longer.
Listen, it's free. You got to get it while it's free, okay?
Yep. Because
it will be. It's going to cost you at some point.
and let everybody know where they can follow you on your Instagram and your Twitter and all that good stuff.
Yes, my Twitter. Follow me on Twitter for all my updates and things and news flashes and just crazy random thoughts. BK is my Twitter, and Eyes of BK, EYES of BK is my Instagram. They're linked usually, but you know it's a lot of crazy stuff. I'm trying to get better with posting more pictures and really being more active. But I definitely appreciate all the love and support. Team Kempire Radio, you guys have been with me, ride or die, from day one, loving the music, supporting the movement. So thank you so much. I can't wait to do this again. We're going to do this again next year.
Hopefully before then.
Hello.
The album's coming.
That's true. Next year. That's going to be next year.
Oh, that's
it
true,
won't be in 12 months. I just mean, 2013. That could be in 2 months.
It's around the corner. Around the corner.
Around the corner.
Make sure you guys support R&B music. Get Miss Bridget Kelly's new single, Special Delivery, now on iTunes. I saw people in chat room saying, "I just got it." So great. Bridget, we're going to play the song. Thank you so much for calling into the show.
Thanks, Kemp. You're the bomb. Thank y'all.
Here's Special Delivery, guys. TKIF.
TKIF.